I'd say it's my granddad Frank and his ability to bring out the best in people, to express himself in their freest form, and there's a massive blessing to have him as a granddad. Just enable me to be me and be creative in life and just be true to you. So big up Frank.
I'll talk about a few days ago actually. I was in Copenhagen in Denmark just on a holiday with a few of my friends, and we were just experiencing the city, looking at all the nightlife, all this type of stuff. And then my friend got slightly too drunk, and we had to help him back. I just feel like more openness about that sort of stuff. The whole experience of just being drunk and then taking care of them the whole night, it was just a different type of bond.
About 14 years ago, I spent 6 months living abroad on a French overseas dependency called La Réunion, which is between Mauritius and Madagascar, living on an active volcanic island. So it was almost like living in a geography textbook from high school. That's probably the best way to describe it. Golden sandy beaches, coral reefs out round the island, going right into the interior where you had a huge caldera where the volcano had erupted historically, collapsed in on itself. The wildlife, the vegetation, the people. It was probably my first experience of living as an ethnic minority. I mean, very strange experience to have children point at you in the street because they've never seen a white person before. After a while you realise that it's not a personal thing, it's not something to do with you, it's the genuine curiosity.
One person that had major impact on me is my math teacher in my secondary school. He's great, he's very dedicated and passionate. Even we have a lot of lazy, naughty, classmates. Still, he got his patience, and tried to spend his time together with us. Some of us is not as smart as others. But he spent enough time on each of us, and we got great grade. I mean, in general, for the whole class, which is good. I learned from him as well. I mean, when we handled, tough situations, particularly in my life and even in my work in future.
A friend of mine's mum's once said to me, "You can come to my place and work for me if you want," and it turned into a 20-year career. So I think that's the most professionally. That's the biggest single impact. It was at a time in my life where I didn't really have much faith in myself, and I didn't expect other people to have faith in me. So she showed faith in me, and that fostered hope in me, which led to me taking this job, which subsequently led to a 20-year career, a quite successful one as well.
One person that's actually left an impact on my life is probably my father. He died earlier this year. He was a role model, and I really looked up to him for everything, so I really miss him.
Last season my team won a league for the first time in my lifetime, and I was there when we lifted the trophy, which was great because my dad used to take me to the ground for years, and he's not around anymore, so every time I go it sort of reminds me of him, and I would never have got into watching or even supporting that team if I hadn't. And we're such a small team, we're in non-league. We shouldn't have even been dreaming about coming out, and it's like a miracle that we were ever anywhere near there. So yeah, that would have been one of my, especially in the last year, would be the biggest thing anyway.
I think the person that's left a lasting impact on me is my mum, because she's just always taught me to be confident and not really what if other people try to insult you, then you shouldn't really take it to heart. And if you do, in the end, it's just going to make you stronger anyways, because you know that you really aren't like that. And mostly people only insult you because they're jealous. And yeah.
My mum will give she'll give you the clothes off her back. She's one of the most generous people I know, and it always stays with me. I try and make sure I can do the same for other people, treat me how, like, she's taught me good lessons in life, so I like to keep doing that, yeah.
It was my nan, which I call Nene, because I'm Turkish, and she lived in a little village in Cyprus, the north of Cyprus. She was amazing, she was strong. She lost her husband when she was 40, and then she brought up 9 kids on her own, got them all married. They were all, you know, had a wonderful life because of my nan. She did everything for everyone. Everyone called her nan, even strangers. I've never known a strong woman like that in my life, and she did it all on her own and being poor as well. I think that I tried to be like her, like really tried, because her morals and her values are incredible. The only thing that I can't do is, I've got a temper, and she was just soft and sweet. And then when she died, it really like broke my heart.
We had quite a bit of a difficult upbringing with one of 4 girls, and going to my nan's for like the 6 weeks holidays and things like that was really great. And I always think about her and giving us stability and making us who we are today, and probably wouldn't be like we are if it wasn't for her. Just with her care inside, and you know, getting a family environment and nurturing us to be good people, and just escapism as well from a different life that we had at home.
So I'll tell you about Hannah Serridge, who's my fiance. So we met just over 7 years ago. We're going to get married next year. She's pretty much my favourite person in all the world. You know, she's the most caring, funny, smart, intelligent person that I've ever met. Yeah, I just want to see her every day and spend all my life with her.
I'll talk about a place, and it's this very place, Sale, and it's where Eddie and I bought our first house together. I grew up very, very nearby here in Altrincham, but we fell in love with the place and the way that it's evolved and everything, and it was just a really special time for us to move to such a beautiful and vibrant place that's constantly evolving and changing. Yeah.
Well, the lady is here. For 30 years we drifted apart, and I suddenly became transgender. I always knew I was, and all of a sudden we've met each other again. I'm about the happiest person you can imagine. She's gorgeous. She loves me.
The person who's had the most impact on me is Rachel, and she's gorgeous and I love her to bits. She's taught me a lot of things about myself, about life, and about the way to carry on.
Meeting my fiance for the very first time on Paddy's night at an Irish bar, and we just fell in love from there, and now we've got 2 kids. She makes time go quicker, which normally means like, you know, it's just amazing.
People who express themselves really inspire me. It's interesting to talk to people about their kind of influences in life and put that into my artwork. I get to hear lots of family stories that really, they inspire you, and I think life is a tapestry. Everybody you meet is a thread in that tapestry of your life.